live or not live? It is loading. And with that, good morning, everyone. My name is Sincerely George, and I want to welcome you to the all. Let me start that again. I want to welcome you to the XRP Community Update with me, Sincerely George, and I am so happy you are here. This is a new week, so we're going to try a slightly new format. I have now learned how to stay on top of chats better. Better is the key word. I am not on top of it yet. I can't seem to read and talk at the same time, but nonetheless, I want to get right into this show, get you interested in what's going on in our community. So without further ado, let's get started. So I want to draw attention to a couple of people who were showcased yesterday on the HODL review. Last night, two people showed up. One was Peru Crypto, a gentleman who hasn't been in the XRP community for very long. He's been around since May 2019, and he is the guy that is constantly out there sending out, 0.1 XRP to everybody. And it was great to have him on the show. I got to know a little bit more about this gentleman last night on the XRP HODL review. So I'm really grateful that he took time to come out and talk to us, let us know a little bit about his vision of being in the XRP community. And yes, moving on. So the next one we have up here is Bubba Shipes. Bubba Shipes was also on the show last night. And oh my goodness, if you participated in the trivia segment, you would have been tested. I was like, I don't know if I would really know the answer to all of these different things. But came up with great questions. The show was fantastic. So if you aren't following Peru Crypto or Bubba Shipes, who can be found at the Beacon Depot, definitely check them out. Follow them. They are two XRP community members that I want to highlight today. So moving on, this weekend was a bit crazy. I worked really hard on getting some things created. I don't know if you are here because of my tweet today or the one last night, but it was interesting because when I got online last night to put up this beautiful little picture I had created, I created it. Timbits was trending, which was totally amazing. I actually saved some tweets about that because it was totally Canadian, the discussion that was going on. It was going down. And if we have some time towards the end of the show, I definitely want to draw attention to that. However, breaking news. I've got to read this. Oh my goodness. So over 3,000 XRP donated to the One Tree Project if student bikes in a tutu. If you were on our show last week, you know that getting Bob Moneybags out there in a tutu is definitely what we want to do. I'm not going to read this, but we beat our goal of raising 1,000 XRP. Actually, not we. I love it when I just throw myself in on all the good stuff. Oh, you're having a barbecue. When are we eating? Right? But nonetheless, Bob Moneybags and RTV Dutchy have been able to raise over 3,000 XRP. And later on this week, I think it's in here, I may have had a hand in writing this. To maximize community involvement and give everyone a fair vote, Bob Moneybags will be hosting the XRP Community Decides live stream Thursday, August 1st at 9:15 p.m. Eastern. So I hope everybody can show up there. It promises to be fun. I've been working all weekend on just getting prepared to make sure we get him well dressed. So I need the XRP community ladies there because we want to make sure our guy doesn't look like a fool. In some ways, he will be representing XRP. I don't know, maybe we can keep the logos off of him so that nobody knows he's from our community. I don't know, but he will be biking in Ohio. So if you have a chance to get out, you can stand on the sidelines and try to feed him water or cheer him on or laugh. So this is another summary again of it. The XRP Community Decides live stream on Bob Moneybags' channel. Join the fun where we get to decide what Bob wears. Again, Thursday, August 1st at 9:15 Eastern time. The time might be a little bit weird, but thing is that we have the XRP Zoo right before, so we want to make sure that people that we watch in the community, we're able to actually watch it, that we don't have to watch it as a replay. So we want to be there. So we had to make sure it was 9:15, giving enough time for that to end. So this article caught my attention. It actually made me snicker this morning because you know that they're trying to help people have a great Monday when they say crypto markets see mild fluctuation. BTC holds 9,500. It's down from like 14,000. I don't know how you view this as mild fluctuation, but yeah, I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say about this because it's dropping, and even this morning it has dropped a little bit more. It's nice to see the XRP box, taking over more of the market. I'm not sure why. They just need to move this over. Somebody needs to Photoshop that. Eat, we take more space. But as I heard earlier this week from another video, I believe, there were comments in regards to Joel Katz, David Schwartz, stating that, he had a preference of ETH over BTC. He thought it was a better project. So make sure you get out on Twitter, scan that, post a question, find out what's up, and let me know. All right. So, crypto, this is another breaking news article. Currency Bird launches on Ripple as Stark adopts XRP. One of Chile's reputable money transfer firms, Currency Bird, has integrated RippleNet. The development is coming less than 2 months after Ripple unveiled its office in the region. While it has not been stated what incentive Currency Bird is going to be offering, now that it has launched on RippleNet, however, Chile's firm is the first to launch on Ripple in the country. So this is another corridor that we can talk about that now have access to. While Currency Bird offers 65% lower cost for cross-border payments, launching on Ripple will sure reduce the cost and time for money transfer. So welcome to the community, Currency Bird. If I don't know if they have a Twitter account, we should go check right now. Twitter, Currency Bird. Yeah, too many. Don't want to throw attention at the wrong place. So yes, that's where we are. So changed up the process a little bit and wanted to give people lots of opportunity to get in here before I started with my shoutouts. I hope you guys have liked this new format so we can cover the news right at the beginning before we get into the craziness. Every day trying to get better. Every day I'm hustling. So let's get to figuring out who is here with us today. XRP Boo Boo, I am sorry. You are number 2 in the stream today. Number 1 was Ed French. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here. We have Ed French, XRP Boo Boo, Ahmed Ali, Zbits XRP. Wow, it's early for you, man. Thank you so much for showing up. Carl Lewis, The Hodl Report. Guess you know I love your show, sir. We've got Jerry Hall, hola, and Carl Lewis. We already talked about you. Anthony Jackson, wow, another rock star, community rock star in the house today. And who else? You got to put your name in here so I can give you a shout out, remind you on how special and important you are to me. Oh, AJ. Yes, AJ is here. So it's early morning. A lot of you are like probably on your way to work, doing a bunch of different things. So I just want to say a big thank you for coming out, joining me on the show, where I try to cover a little bit of mix of everything that's going on while increasing my skills. Erin, thank you so much. Erin, I'm in the house. Great to have you here. So let's keep going. So this was another interesting thing. This article brought to my attention. I was busy this weekend, just trying to make this a little bit more fun and interesting, engaging. You guys didn't want to talk about stable coins last week, so I have to try and find something better to talk about. But I thought this was really interesting. Ripple CEO praises central banks in the U.S. in U.S. Congress open letter. So, the rundown, just some bullet points here that Ripple wants to serve greater good. Garlinghouse, government well suited to dictate monetary policy. And and I quote here, Ripple wants to serve greater good. In an open letter to Congress ahead of a fresh hearing on crypto and blockchain policy July 30th, CEO Brad Garlinghouse requested politicians not apply a one-size-fits-all approach to the industry. He summarizes, we urge you to support regulation that does not disadvantage U.S. companies using these technologies to innovate responsibly and classifies digital currencies in a way that recognizes their fundamental differences, not painting them with a broad brush. I thought this was a good letter. I haven't had a chance to go out and look at the open letter to the US Congress, but I think this is really good. As many of you guys know, Libra Calibra, my favorite name for Facebook's Libra project, has been really overtaking the airways and got a lot of attention, and not the most positive attention from US regulators. Instead, it's been pretty negative, a lot of fear-based response to Facebook's legal counsel. And one of the things that really struck me from what the Facebook legal counsel was saying was when regulators were saying, okay, we want you to cease and desist, stop right now, don't move forward one more inch, don't cross this line. This line is stop. Just actually, if you could just delete all the code you have, that would be fantastic. And the thing that really stuck out to me the most was that Facebook, their legal counsel was like, we appreciate what you're saying. We want to work with you. We won't launch anything until you give us more clarity, and we're all like kumbaya on how this should go. But we're not stopping development. Additionally, the fact that they have transitioned, I believe, work and have agreements to, I don't think launch is the right word, so let's stay away from that. But they've made agreements in Switzerland, and let me put that on my imaginary to-do list over here, research Facebook, Libra Calibra. But, they have pieces in Switzerland, and I think they've transitioned the money exchange part, the financial part of the project to Switzerland, thus putting it slightly outside of U.S. jurisdiction. But as we know, a Swiss bank account cannot protect you from the U.S. government when they come a hunting. So moving on, and they sum this up so much better in this article than I do, but this move comes after months of debate at Washington over how to treat cryptocurrency, with congressional sessions focusing on Facebook's Libra digital currency in particular. I will become more concise someday. So let's see, was there anything else in here? Yeah, let's keep going. I only get so much time. I'm already at 14 minutes. So let us go back over here. Where did we end? There is Aaron. So what do you guys think about this? Did you guys see this letter? I think it's breaking news. Was it breaking news for you guys that Brad Garlinghouse has sent this open letter to the U.S. Congress? And what do you think? Should we all send an open letter to the U.S. Congress? If I send it, I might have to send it with balloons. So, that takes me to this tweet. And before I get into it, because got to start some drama. Before I get into it, I want to thank Chris Langheim for being here, and XRP Angel Connie, and XRP Boo Boo. I always love you. So, Connie, you and I were in a broader discussion with a couple of people yesterday in regards to my girl, and I will call her my girl because by the end of this, you'll realize that I have some support for this girl. So I am moving things out of the way, taking off my earrings, and I'm ready to go to bat with my chat. Okay, not really. Please don't hate me. But in the department of drama yesterday, my dear girl here, Altcoin Whisperer, dropped a video where she just F-bombed Twitter. I don't know, you could have played F-bomb bingo with this video that she put out there. It was 2 minutes and she was not done ranting when the video cut her off and said, okay, that's enough. But after that, a couple hours after that, because I think that happened mid-afternoon, she posted this, "Goodbye Twitter," and I'm quoting right here. I'm quoting Altcoin Whisperer. "Goodbye Twitter. I'm going to take a break and will be with my son. I've reached my maximum capacity for dealing with meanness, hate, trolls, and general sentiment of twisting every word and action I do to something gross or fake. Trolls, you have not won. just inspired me to change, which I think is interesting because I think that Altcoin Whisperer has gone through a number of different pivots trying to find her voice and place on crypto Twitter. And, the thing that one of the things that I think is really important, because as you guys know, I'm always focused on trying to inspire people to chase their dreams and create the dream life that they want. And that is that is the reason why I'm drawing attention to this. Altcoin Whisperer is putting herself out there, right? Out there. Things that I would not dare to say on crypto Twitter, never mind Twitter, this lady is willing to have an honest and authentic conversation. And if she goes off the handle once in a while, right? And don't get me wrong, I she created a video about calling Amazon and checking in on when they will be allowing payment in XRP. And with my friends, we were joking like she's talking into a Roku. I was actually the one that went with that, but at the same time, the fact that she doesn't take herself too seriously and is cracking jokes out there, and really trying to educate people about cryptocurrency with all of the knowledge that she has, I think is really awesome. I'm not going to get into what attracted so much energy. Oh, there's her picture of her son, and this woman loves her son. I know that I've not participated, but listened to some of her streams early on. And she is a single mom trying to make it in this hard, bad world, and life isn't easy for everybody. If you don't have a husband at home, it can be crazy. But I am really impressed. Kudos and shout out to Altcoin Whisperer. Because 2 hours later, right, 7:30, she's like, "I am out of here," and 2 hours later, ha ha ha, laugh out loud. If I could quit Twitter, I'm pretty sure it's already got a Wi-Fi connection to my soul. And plus, the reason I'm in crypto is because of my son, to have a better life. And some probably most don't understand what I'm doing, but I do. And if I stop now, I will have again lost all of my momentum. So, welcome back. 2 hour break, always allowed. And I thought this was really good. In a weird sort of laughable way, she is an inspiration to me because it doesn't matter what's your background, how much money you have, the hardships that have happened in your life, whether or not anybody shows up to support you when you set up your lemonade stand. You have to get out there and chase your dreams. Some people are gonna think you're a straight up fool, and people that have a lot of money and see you trying to set up your life in a way that doesn't align with should have been started this way standards, are going to call you out and just totally rag on you. When people see you start to succeed, some of them are going to try and pull you down. Some people feel that unless they pull you down, they're not helping you get there. Well, I just want to say that all of that is BS. And in this discussion yesterday that we were having, it was really about, is she going to be okay? Is this like, hopefully, this mega rant that she went on, which made me laugh in moments because she was just like dropping the F bombs left, right, and center. But a lot of people are concerned because they see her out there putting her heart and soul out there, um, trying to make her dreams a reality. And, I find it really inspiring. Some of her Twitter videos have like 10,000 views. I'm like jealous. Georgie's jealous. So, I'm interested in hearing what you have to say about this. I'm grateful for Connie because Connie, XRP Angel Connie, you are the one that inspired me to put this out there today because, you know, I saw one of your comments and it really got me thinking about the true cost of chasing your dreams. So enough about her. Actually, I did open this up. So this is the stereotypical picture of what a mom is supposed to be like. Look at that, a full fridge, right? The floors. I think the floors are totally clean. Oh, just super magical over there. I don't know what she's doing in her white gloves in this picture. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a picture of white gloves and dad in the yard, totally talking to the children. The kid's on the side while the mom is smiling on the phone. Yeah, if you've been a mom, I've seen some moms scream on the phone. What the heck are these kids doing? Moral support for moms is always what I want to provide. This picture of this woman having more than enough time to just sit there and read a book with her child. Fact of the matter is that moms have to joke about this, right? And I think this totally captures the experience, and I don't know if you guys can see it, of a lot of moms. By the end of the day, when they finally get a chance to focus in on what's important to them, whether it be coloring just to de-stress, or whether it be to read a book or sleep. Sleep is something that a lot of moms need. This might be what they sound like. Okay, the bills are washed, the laundry is paid, clothes are in the oven, and the last load of dinner is in the dryer. It looks like got it looks like I got to my do list finished, right? So a lot of respect for mothers out there. It's a very hard job. That's why I chose not to do it. And or yeah, I couldn't find the live-in nanny called a husband that in time. So enough about that. Go out there and appreciate a mom today. And so just to wrap up before we get into discussions, because I'm sure there is lots of conversations in the chat, but I'm doing pretty good on staying on time. So we're going to end this 30 minutes. Goals and metrics, people, goals and metrics. So I want to remind everybody, or let you know if you weren't aware, but community favorite, Jungle Inc., the voice of crypto, is going to be on the XRP Zoo channel tonight, and it starts at 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're like me and can't keep up with dates, I have a special surprise, but I'm still testing it and making sure that it works and only yeah. So I have a surprise for you and for creators in the community, but I want to remind you with this shout out that Jungle Inc. will be on the XRP Zoo channel tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's it. End of my news. I could end my stream now, but I don't want to because I want to talk to you. So let's get back to the conversations, and I'm going to find Aaron Fig. There we go. So we welcomed. So a couple of things I want to talk about. This is important to me. How are you chasing your dreams? Because if anything else, if nothing else, I hope to inspire other people by acting like a straight up jack out here, that they should be chasing their dreams. So how do you chase your dreams on a daily basis? If you're willing to put it out there, what are the dreams that you're chasing? What do you think about what altcoin whisperer, the experience yesterday, the dramatics on crypto Twitter, and do you think, like, what are your thoughts on the open letter to Congress? Like, we covered a bunch of different stuff, so let's just talk about it. My goal is to sort of give you good coverage. I'm trying a different approach. I've been reading about how to test what works for your stream, so I'm just trying to make this really good for you. So in the last minutes that we have, and we might end a little late because I'm still learning. So Ahmed, welcome you into the stream. Afternoon in the UK. Okay, I am gonna write this. It's not afternoon in UK. Thank you so much for joining me, Chris. I really appreciate you being here. You've been in at least a couple of my streams, and I really appreciate the support. XRP Angel Connie is in the house. I saw you arrive. I think I gave you a shout out, but you were my mind jog to focus in on all the hard work that that mums do. So what else? So Aaron Fig says, I thought he would have sent this way before. Aaron says, I think Christine Lagarde would have spoken to U.S. regulators about looking at crypto. And, Aaron, you're completely right. Christine Lagarde has spoken with U.S. regulators about crypto, or let me rephrase that. Christine Lagarde has definitely talked with U.S. regulators. I believe she's talked with all regulators around the globe about blockchain and distributed ledger technology implementations to try and move countries forward. So they've talked before, but I think the thing with Brad sending the open letter is that there is. Let me go back to it. I hope I didn't close it. right? I might have closed that article. No. So as it states here in the article, um, Congress is getting ready for a fresh round of hearings starting July 30th. So July 30th has already passed. I didn't realize. Did it? Is today? I think today might be the 30th. Yeah, no, today is the 29th. I'm totally lost and confused. And I don't even have being a mom as my excuse. But so tomorrow they're going to be starting new hearings on crypto and blockchain. I think this is really exciting. Like all through 2018, we didn't hear a peep, we're like crypto regulations, bring it. And, yawn. We don't really want to talk about that. We have other things to talk about. And this year we've really seen this conversation ramp up. I see, the Libra release of the Facebook paper as sort of like putting gasoline on the fire. If they were asleep in before June 18th, they woke up. So, I think there have been extensive conversations. I think this is really a letter to, because they're about to have this discussion and, an invitation for them to pause, breathe, and think about what they're doing. Because if they make some wrong steps here, what are the ramifications and the consequences that are going to come out of that? And as they go out and try to, soapbox on their specific perspective and push some legislation that might not work for long-term term evolution of this ecosystem, it will result in other countries making massive gains as we see a mass migration of blockchain and distributed ledger technology solutions leave the country. Now, not financial advice, but I really think that there is already progress being made within the US based on Ripple's technology solutions, but that is all speculation at this point. But really good question. Hi AJ, I promise I keep clicking. I'm trying to I haven't put any effort to it, but today at work that would be, well, how many clicks do I make? Hi AJ, I promise I'll get back to the stream when I get home eventually. I don't know what you mean by that. Yes, and XRP Angel Connie put my stream reminder. Please like, subscribe, and if you get a chance, put a comment on the outside so I can practice the behavior of responding to comments. Ali G put a comment on the video that I had with Crypto Sifu on Saturday, and she got some people laughing with it. If you didn't see that video, please go out and check it out. It was really awesome. And so Carl Lucis says, what do you get when you cross altcoin whisperer with the horse whisperer? That's good. A stable coin whisperer. Ooh, that is awesome. Have you shared that with her yet? Because I think that is great. So let me say it as a complete joke. So what do you get when you cross an altcoin whisperer with a horse whisperer? A stable coin whisperer. Yay! So welcome, Tina Hall. Welcome. Happy you could join. Hold on to your hat, and Angel Connie. Did you just say hi to AJ? Maybe there's more drama I need to learn about. So Ed French says Capitol Hill has pre-orchestrated how and when regulations will take place. Not sure who ultimately is pulling the strings, but the majority of developments aren't random. Ed, I completely agree with you. But I didn't put my tinfoil hat on today, so all I can work with is stuff that's published on online. And also there is one that I wish I had this in my back pocket. I do have it in my back pocket, but I believe it was Jungle Inc. yesterday who actually let me see if I can find it here. No, I'm not seeing it here, but it was a great a great twic a great um, a great audio clip from the Wayback Machine from the archives, which really just talked about the faster payments task force here in the United States and the initial goals. And based on listening to it, it sounds like it's one of those meetings that they had at the very beginning when they were trying to understand what each other did, and so that they could all have this big come around and discussion about where to go and how things should be implemented. So if you've ever been out on the Faster Payments Task Force website, companies were invited to put their ideas and their proof of concepts out there, outlining how they thought things should work, and what solutions should be implemented by the Faster Payments Task Force, to move, the money transfer, to move money transfer from an ACH. Oh goodness, sorry, excuse me, from an ACH based wire based solution into something that is instantaneous. So, I'll try and find it. I'll tweet it later. I listened to it last night. I probably have to go back and listen again because I think I fell asleep to it. But yeah, good comment. I believe that there's lots of things in the works, but some people aren't there yet. And I want to see it out there public, before I start talking about it sometimes. So we're already over a couple of minutes, but I want to get through these comments. Carl Lewis says, Anthony, you're in Aussie. What time is it in the Oz? So if you can post that in the tweets. And what else do we have here? Carl Lewis is also in Australia. That is awesome. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me. Anthony Jackson is actually, I believe, in Canada. So I don't know. I didn't get a chance to catch up with him yesterday on the whole Timbits trending in the United States, but it was very interesting for me. Libra is good for XRP. We definitely gained some track. I think the word here is traction from their announcements. I totally agree. Libra, Facebook's white paper has definitely put a spotlight on what's going on in blockchain and distributed ledger, um, ecosystem, and definitely made regulators stand up and pause. They want to make sure that they have a total control over what ends up getting out there. I think because they feel threatened that a large number of people, millennials, I generation people, will transition to using Facebook's alternative currency, and then we'd be in a position where they start to lose power. So I'm happy that it's been brought into the forefront. I think also having new people joining the XRP RippleNet is a positive thing for us. So I see Carl is telling dad jokes now, says Tina Hall. Yep, of course. Ed French says dreams, goals, being a great husband, dad, and grandson. Oh, I hurt you. Working towards a farm in Texas and being able to leave multi-general legacy for my family with digital assets. Simple yet effective. So we're going to end with your comment. That is it. Ed, thank you so much for putting your dreams out there. I will pray and send positive energy in that direction. May you achieve those goals. I think the big goal of just being a great husband, dad, and granddad is off the chain. I'm tingling all over. So I want to say thank you so much, Carl. I'm not saying another. We're ending with Ed French's, comment, but Carl, that is funny. So I want to thank everybody for coming today. I'd love to hear your feedback. Post something in the comments. Let me know where you see I could improve here. Want to keep it at a clip pace. And without further ado, oh shoot, oh my goodness, I forgot to transition. I'm looking at my screen right now. See, I did have articles here. I feel like, man, oh man. All right. Anyways, I feel like an idiot right now. But on that note, it is Monday. I hope you go out and have a lot of fun today. Golly gee, why? Why did it have to go this way? Stream ending, transitioning. Bye, guys.